Storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page line is about to be. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells you, friend, Mike, he's your man. And he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Look on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
And good morning. What's up? No parking in the median. Talking tropics. Here we go. September 9th. And we got things a brewing. The morning brew. Whitney, what's up, buddy? Have a mill. What's up, Dodie? I saw a bunch of YouTubers over there. I see our buddy Greg. Mr. Furman. Getting my generator block put in at 11 o'clock today. I am so excited. Michael Faulkner, look, I was going to show that. It's funny you mentioned that, Michael. I have coffee. I'm still drinking out of Sarah's cup. And backup. So we have, it's a coffee Celsius kind of morning. CC. So when you see CC on the YouTube video, it means coffee and Celsius. It's a coffee Celsius kind of day. So good morning, Coneheads. All right, so we're going to give everybody a few minutes to log in. We'll show off the puppies, say hi to everybody. Everybody takes a little time for this thing to get activated. Hey, Brent, thanks, buddy. That's nice of you. So we chit-chat for about 5 minutes or so. Get some thanks. Karen's going to come on over if we lose power. Cool. I'm going to reach out to Celsius, the official caffeinated drink of our Mike's Weather page. Good morning, Greg. Man, it must be early out there, man. Arizona. What time is it in Arizona? Yo, hell, what's cooking? David Celery, Land O'Lakes, Chris Self, hello. We got a lot more YouTubers on there. Jason Sweeney, what's up? Indy Race was a wreck fest. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. What's up, Mark Hall? Hey, from Lake Wales. Thank you, Chris Draper. What's up, buddy? Let's get a little tropics brewing. I'm CC, and hey, Sandy, what's up? Yeah, James, I have a feeling we're going to be busy all the way to October. What do you think, boys? Can you survive a hurricane season? Invest 94, waking up. Oh, let me turn off my phone because it's been beeping crazy. Every time I get a notification, the phone goes nuts. Little Hunter. All right, so hey, shout out ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, supporters of Drunk Donkey Nation. They sell Hurricane Hunter beer. Hoping that we get our new batch very soon, and you'll be able to get it at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, located here in sunny Florida. Not to be sunny very much longer. I got this email. I'm going to start doing a new tradition. Spirit Halloween emails every day. Get everybody in the mood for Halloween. I think it's funny. I wake up to Spirit Halloween emails every day now, reminding us that it's already September. Kids are going back to school this week here at our house. I can't believe it. I don't know about you guys. It was a little dark this morning. It was very odd to wake up. You could feel the time change, or the daylight hours are now weaning in the morning. That means I have to set my alarm, because before you know it, it's going to be getting darker and darker and darker. And that is always weird. All right, so let's get things slowly rolling. We'll put this little graphic up. It's our tropics. We're going to talk all about Invest 94, and then we're going to slowly get into maybe what's next after that. Always been talking about this wave coming from behind that the euro has been all over. It's August. Did I say September? Did I say September? Jesus, I don't know what time it is. Shelly, you say Shelly, I say Sheila, Harold, and Howard, and I even got Greg and Jason backed up. Hey, what's up? Puerto Rico's in the house. What's happening? It's August. It's August. I know it's August. That's why I click on the calendar all the time. Look, you think I'm silly. I click on the calendar all the time. Look, August. I know it's August. Let's just make sure y'all listening. Darcel's dropping one to college. Man, where does time go, right, Darcel? Terrible. Man. Thank goodness for Facebook memories, man. I love Facebook memories. Hey, George from Puerto Rico, buddy. Might be having tropical storm watches and warnings up for you later today. Pay attention. Yeah, Jim. Jim's my camping connection. He knows that every time we go camping, we get the tropics. Amy's watching from Royal Palm Beach. Cool, cool. It's August. August. It's September. Hey, Eric, what's up? How about the Rays? Grand Slam. Mr. Phillips. Look at that red crayon. We got the red crayon, by the way. Look at this. We have our own Drunk Donkey Crayola red crayon. Look. And it looks like the one on the screen. Same angle and everything. Crazy, huh? All right. So, hey, we got somebody else from Oldsmar. Austin watcher from Utah. We don't mention the C word. That quiet. All right, I'm going to put you down, buddy. This is Louis. He's the original. I swear this guy's half human. He is so emotional. Aren't you, buddy? We got people from Bahamas watching. All right, we're going to go over everything. PTC, that's very funny. Or not funny, but Whitney mentioned PTC. What PTC is a potential tropical cyclone. They usually need to issue those so that we can get the watches and warnings out. But I've never seen the NHC use wording like they've been using on this, saying tropical storm watches or warnings could be required today with shorter than normal lead times. Meaning they technically supposed to issue watches 48 hours out, warnings 36 hours out. Well, obviously, we could have tropical storm conditions as early as tonight and tomorrow. So they're telling you basically they're going to be probably issuing watches and warnings for portions of the Lesser Antilles, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, VI-PR. I love it. I love to save wordage. What's up, Richard Sanford? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Brian thinks his cat's a dog. So yeah, we got a busy day ahead. Hey, we got somebody from the U.S. Virgin Islands, Kevin Amsler. That is so great that we have people from all around the world watching. So real quick, you probably, if you guys are Facebook supporters or YouTube supporters, we're transferring things over to a new group. You're not going to miss any content. All my main content's still on the main page. But we are excited to have a Facebook group that we can invite YouTubers, Instagram, and Twitter. We have a lot of fans that access us from other platforms that are still part of the Mike's Weather Page family. We are a family, and now we're going to be able to invite our diehard YouTubers and diehard Instagrammers and Twitter people and have the same look and feel. It's just going to take a little time to transfer everybody over, and now we have little options for some other perks that we can give away and have some fun stuff with that. So patience, and I appreciate Shelly's hard work and Sandy Hoff doing a good job here helping Shelly doing all that stuff. So that is going to be a busy couple weeks getting that done, but like I said, you're not going to miss nothing. The old page is still there. It's for the better, for sure. All right, so what do we got cooking here? Well, we got Invest 94. The good news is this. Look at this. 93. Showed this morning, and we showed this a lot yesterday. 93 is down at 20%. So if you remember, we posted some graphics yesterday. There was a big sow outbreak right above it, and we had some shear coming down that ingested a lot of dry air. And it does not appear at this time that 93 is going to be anything to worry about. Now, does it go across as a wave, and potentially be something down the road? Of course. The euro has been showing definite chances of another wave coming, a little bit more of a low rider. So, we'll watch for that. It's just for right now, the main focus is 94. 93 appears, and let's take a look at that on Weather Nerds. Weather Nerds has a great graphic here showing, oh my God, look at all that dry air. That is like the death of the tropics. Quit snoring down there. What are you doing? So that's 93. Tons of dry air. Totally, it's even spinning the wrong direction. So 93 is, for all intensive purposes, what is that? For what it's worth, 93 is nothing to worry about. So we're going to focus everything on 94 for a while. So what does that mean? All right, let's go to my Facebook page. So my Facebook page, I post a lot of stuff. Here is the latest graphics on tropical tidbits. Oops, let me go back. Let's pull this one up. Let me make it full screen. And we post, remember, all morning. It's very important to go through the whole feed on the Facebook page. And even if you're not on Facebook, we have it embedded here on the side of the web page. Right here. This is the most important thing of the day, is all these posts. And you can see them all right here. So if you want to know where that's at. But here is the overnight models in a nutshell. What we're looking at is a system that likely will become Fred maybe today, and it's going to be heading towards the northern Lesser Antilles, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, could be crossing over Hispaniola. That would help keep it in check as far as any rapid intensification goes, or any intensification. But there's enough models suggesting that this could go just north of Hispaniola. And that's why I'm never one to jump on saying never say never. We just are looking at the core of the system. The core of the system is what we're going to feature on. And the latest models are showing this. This is for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. You can tell. I mean, we got four of the most, I think the most reliable models are very close, very close. Euro, little dot here. Notice the pressures. None of them are showing anything too much to get worked up about. That's the main point. Even though you might see tons of spaghetti models don't mean anything other than that's the track of the center of the storm. So from day one, we've been talking about tropical juice, maybe more. And, so first and foremost, Bahamas by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Florida. Rain chances obviously are going to increase, and possible squalls, and we're going to get into all that. But as far as model intensity goes, we're not looking like anything bad right now. But if this thing stays north of Hispaniola, that'll change, because we've seen that a lot. over the years. This thing gets a nice little core and develops. All right, hey, check this out. 12Z models just came out. Let's take a look at these. I love Levi's site because he puts 12Z on top. So the difference of the spaghetti models are this. This is South Florida Water Management, and it's got a little timestamp on the bottom here, 9/21. You can see it. You can see it. Yep, 9/21. That was when they were updated last. So this one kind of updates as the models come in. But your 12Z suite is a little bit better because it takes all the fresh models and puts them together. So these have a blend of old and new, and if there's any track changes or trends, it's a lot easier to see them put out when we have the 12Z run. So the 12Z run just came out. Let's just leave it right here for now and see what you guys are saying. That's one run on sentence. Hey, Bill in Lauderdale, what's up? Mike Soul, Scott, Isaac Taylor, Carolina Girl. My Facebook page is froze. I don't think so. Pressure. This has been so Elsa was a very high pressure system, and but this one's a little different. We're in that. But look at these latest models. Straight over Hispaniola, Dominican Republic, and Haiti. So. Yesterday I posted the HWRF, and it was strengthening our system up to this point, but then it weakened it over all this. And if that's the path it takes, Eastern Cuba and Hispaniola, it'll be really beat up by the time it comes out here. But like I said, a tick to the north or a tick to the south, things will change. But these just came out, 12Z models. And if it does indeed go over a lot of land, then we're looking more of a rainmaker, weaker system as it nears Florida for the weekend. So, cheers. All right. Hey, look what I got in the mail, by the way. I got to brag. Take a break, commercial break. But it's kind of scary, but we have friends in the FBI, and I don't share who they are, but look at this cool coin. Well, it's not really a challenge coin. It is a challenge coin, but look at that. Is that not? I'm looking at my screen, make sure I get it in there, but look at that. Look at that. That is so freaking awesome. Look at that cool thing. So thank you, FBI. And I got other cool. This is a true challenge coin. This one just came in. Operation Technology Division. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that is very humbling. I'm adding it to my collection. I opened them up. I broke the wrapper today. And I'm going to have to get a bigger challenge or a challenge coin display. But it's cool. I really appreciate that. We are all one big happy Mike's Weather Page family. It's more than weather. It's hype. All right, so as we mentioned, the NHC. So here's your time frame. As soon as tonight, we're going to start to see. Let's look at this thing in real time, see where we're at. And it's starting to get a little spinach. Still elongated low though. It's still. Is this 94? No, that's not 94. Let's see if it is. It's pretty bad looking. Let's zoom out here and load it. It could have been. Tricky little system. No, it is. Well, no, that's not it. Zoom out. Come on. There we go. There we go. I don't know. I think I clicked on 90. I think I clicked on 93. Wow, what is that? Was that 93? Oh, that's 93. I clicked the wrong one. This is 94. So if you go to Mike's Weather Page, Invest 94 is these guys. So that's what I did. I can't even read my own web design. All right, so here we go. Here's a look at 94. And 94 is definitely got a good moisture field around it. Had some winds working for it, and as it loads here, we'll see the definitely has little signs of spinach, and it's blowing up a little bit of convection here. So there's your islands. There's Barbados. I should probably add Barbados radar, and there you go. So it's coming together quick. Starting to get that look right. Starting to look a little bit like a tropical system. Water vapor is very moist. There's your favorite word. moist. It's loading slow. Hey, Joe Fernandez. Yeah, 93 kind of got left behind. Here's the 93. But, so this is weathernerds.org. But this right here was what was left in 93. And this dry air just absolutely killed it. It had a lot of shear blown in. It had a lot of negative factors. But 94 definitely has got a better moisture field. And it's doing everything that it's been doing. It's organizing, and it's up to 70%. So we could see watches and warnings posted for the islands, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico later today, and then we'll watch for those folks. We have a lot of folks down that way. Intensity models, I don't really buy into these very much. I don't like them very much, but they at least are showing, for the most part, tropical storm. You can notice here though that we got a couple up there, but this is land interaction, and little strengthening after if it gets into the Gulf. Makes sense. So here are your latest. Let's take a look here. What are we going to look at? Let's look at the individual model runs. I like to do that. That's what we used to always do. So we're going to do that. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits, and we'll take a look at all the latest model runs. And just give you an idea. Now listen, rain, yes. Regardless of development, low pressures mean rain. GFS slow down a tick, which means Saturday might not be as bad for most in Florida. So timing is everything. But it does appear that we're going to have a rain event for the peninsula regardless. All right. Good morning, Brian from Sunrise. What's up, Lisa from Tarpon Springs? Katie, I don't understand those intensity runs. I don't like them at all, honestly. I put them on there. People like them, but I just don't understand them. I see them wrong more than right, put it that way. Mike, I don't think it's done yet, bud. We'll see. John Walker, what day over Hispaniola? It's going to be Wednesday. Wednesday-ish, midweek. Travis from Melbourne. Bobby from Key Largo. Oh, my God. Bucks are on. Eesh, not good. All right, let's look at all the model runs. These are all the model runs here. And we're going to look at the latest GFS. Here you go. So there's your latest GFS. Northern Islands as early as late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Again, the NHC is mentioning by tonight we could have a system by then, which would be Fred. Fred Flintstone. Cue the Fred Flintstone jokes. Barney. We could be nearing Puerto Rico tomorrow morning. We could start getting some rain bands. Here's that trek a little bit north of Hispaniola. This is Wednesday morning. Crosses up the Bahamas by Thursday morning. And again, this is weak. This is not showing it. This is, GFS isn't showing anything organized hardly. This is just the moisture blob. But we still watch it. Because if it is developed, then this is where it'll go. High pressure, note the high pressure system built in here, allowing this temporary turn. And then we got a weakness coming, which is going to allow this thing to, whoops, not going to go that far east or west. But and I'll show you that in a second. But we do have a frontal boundary coming in over the weekend that's going to open up the door for this thing to turn. Here's the latest GFS. All right, so nearing the Keys Saturday morning. This is Friday night, late Friday night, early Saturday. Here's Saturday morning, and it starts to get a little better organized. Sunday morning, there, it's more on the East Coast, kind of flopping right down the middle of the state. This is Sunday. Getting a little better organized, starting to do that north turn Monday morning. A little bit of turn, Gulf Stream, and kind of does that little up north thing. Now listen, the GFS has been very consistent on two things. Here's last night's run on the west coast of Florida with a turn towards Big Bend. Here's leftover 93. Believe it or not, it actually is starting to show it now. Well, there you go. I mean, the NHC is saying no way 93 survives, but this is last night's GFS showing That might not be 93. What am I doing? Erase all that. Excuse me. I forgot that we fast forward all the way to next week. This is the wave that we were going to talk about, that the GFS now is showing that the Euro's been all over. This is not 93. So that makes sense. This is totally making sense. All right. So we'll go into this next wave after we talk about 94. But this is the one that the Euro, I shared an ensemble map earlier today. Let me show you real quick, just so you know I'm not making this stuff up. Because as much as you think, I do halfway prepare myself. So here's the long range look at the Euro ensembles, and this is picking up on that wave. This is not 93. This is that new wave coming off Africa. So the overnight GFS is picking up on it. But anyway, there's that. West side of Florida here. This is Sunday. That was a pretty big shift. And then, like I said, the 6Z, now it's over here. So 18Z last night, just a blobby mess, and it goes over there to the East Coast by midweek. And 12Z yesterday over Florida here on Sunday, and a kind of a turn towards the northeast. So you get the idea what the GFS is thinking. Weak system tries to develop it a little bit over Florida, and like I said, here's the latest run. Let's just stick to the latest runs. Now we're within like a 5-day window. But here's Saturday. Now if we go to the moisture map, here's your rains. This is Saturday. And, it could be pretty rainy on Sunday, depending on where the exact low goes. If this thing ticks a little bit to the west, these heavy rains shift a little bit to the west. But there you go. There's, heavy rains. This is going into Georgia, South Carolina. This is early Monday morning. So, we can have that thing skirt right along the Florida coast and there. So, all right, let's look at other models. Let's look at the CMC. Now, the CMC has been the farthest west of them all. Every time we get a storm system, you get an outlier. So the CMC has been the outlier, a little bit more of a west turn, but this is what the CMC does. CMC kind of does. It makes sense. Same as all the other ones. Here's Saturday morning. Starts to develop a little bit. Saturday morning. Now, we get this area right here. If it does go over Hispaniola and it has anything left, this area here is very conducive, supportive of development. So we got to watch that. Who didn't get a notification? Here's your notification. 9/19. And look, I got the bus schedule. And look at my wife. She is so romantic. She wrote the bus schedule down. So tell me this ain't crazy. So Emily's at 6:42. Sarah 9:06. That is like a almost 2.5 hour difference. That means I'll be getting up at 5:30, which is awesome. I'll start posting at 6 like a maniac, like I do. I'll be posting all the way to Sarah's bus stop. We'll be doing our live at 9:19. That's going to be like a full 7 hours of work. And then what happens is after then we get models coming in at 11, and we start posting them, and then we get the afternoon models around 2, and then we get new stuff at 5. And I start drinking at night, and that's when the posts turn to crap. Right? Yoel, what did I do one time? Oh, no, it should have loaded, Yoel. That's weird, man. Did it not go up? Didn't know that. We'll have to look at that. All right, so anyway, CMC, let's just stick to the subject. All right, CMC. CMC has been the only one that's really shown a Western component, and it's kind of done a little last-minute intensification. So if you want the outlier, the CMC is the outlier. But the important thing to note is this. If anything's left, and this thing does come over here, we're going to have a window that this thing can try to develop into a little something. So that's kind of the thinking I got is the big question mark here. All right, and then the Euro is doing this. Here's Friday night. Here's Saturday morning. This is Saturday night. Note the positioning is directly over Florida Saturday night. This is the Euro. And an eventual turn northeast Tuesday. So a path like that, obviously, directly over Florida never really gives it time to develop. But it's still enough to bring a lot of rains and some storms over the weekend. This is Saturday night, unfortunately, for Florida Peninsula. And then my favorite model, the Icon. Let's show the Navy. Navy model isn't doing much. Navy model is really not even worth showing half the time. It's never been a true anything model for that. But then here's the latest Icon. It stops here. This is Saturday, early. There's the positioning. I mean, everything's the same. I like consistency. There's skirting along the Florida West Coast. This is Sunday morning. So I guess the only maybe trends is a tick to the west. But look at that. I mean, regardless of this position, we're going to have low pressure rains coming in. And there'll be a tremendous amount of moisture possible. We're going to look at some rain maps next. Let's see what the UK is doing. We haven't looked at that in a while. UK isn't too bad. It used to be one of the best, but it didn't do good last year. I didn't really want to waste my time with it either. Here's Saturday, a little dot, but not good. So I don't know what's happening to these models. It used to be the best. All right, we'll just leave this one up here. That's what I shared this morning. Keeping it real, Whitney. I know the Icon has been rock solid, man. But I don't know. It might have been. It might have not have made it down the turnpike. Oh, what's the NMES, Greg? I'm not sure what that is, man. So anyway, the trend's been kind of the same. We got favorable conditions for development in the short term with this MJO. Shears, I'll show you all that good stuff. We got an eventual slow turn here coming. These are all your ensembles, all your operational runs, kind of a big old blend. The purple lines are your Canadian, which is the far extreme. So the Canadian's got the biggest spread right now in the ensemble range. But the majority of them, I love spaghetti models. They are riding this high pressure system that's out here in the Atlantic, and that's exactly very consistent. So I guess the big questions we got in really the questions to watch is going to be Wednesday and what kind of land interaction we get before we know how strong it could get nearing the Bahamas and Florida. Right. All right. So we got the Icon. Let's take another look here. This is tropical tidbits. You can see a good bubble of convection. Anytime you start to see these higher cloud tops right over center, definitely indicates strengthening, slow strengthening. It takes time for pressures to drop. Unless you're Elsa, it went from 1,000 to 1,007 in 2 hours. That was the most craziest thing ever. But so there's 94, looking tropical. Again, here's some other modeling on his site. If you want to look at the GFS ensemble spread, or this is Canadian spread. So the Canadians are a little crazy. I think they've been drinking too much Molson. The black line is the mean line that's between the ensembles, so it splits the difference. And look, right over Florida. So ensembles are great. Looks at all the scenarios and puts them all together. Here's the GFS. Even though the GFS operational kind of did this, we're kind of seeing a little bit of trend to the west, which means that the 12Z will likely bump a little to the west, I'm thinking, on that. If you want to see the ensembles somewhere else, Weather Nerds has them, which is great. You can click them here, and we can get them zoomed in a little better. This is your 5-day ensemble map, and you're past that map. That's tricky. If you look at these 94 ensembles on the Euro, you start to see that new wave coming in play. So the GFS is not GFS is a little drunk, too. Big time. A lot of them are skirting possibly a little north of the islands, though, or the big islands of Hispaniola. One thing about passing to the north, too, the flow in isn't as disrupted as if you were to the south, crossing all this. So, a storm will have a little better shot sticking its core together if it passes to the north. Center circulation could definitely get disrupted, but the waters. So if it stays a little to the north, that's what I'm saying. That's the big question mark. What can happen here? Last year, I don't remember what storm it was. We saw one do that. Remember? That was the weirdest thing ever. Like the storm had a brain, like it had a Tesla driving. So here's your Euro ensembles. Let's take a look at these real quick. Zoom in on them here. Weathernerds.org. Not too crazy thinking. Long range, though, you can start to see this new. Oh, they're not there anymore. Where'd they go? Oh, these are only 5-day. Where'd they go? We had the 12Z up earlier. Oh, well. They started showing the this right here. Our next wave. But let's not worry about that wave right now. Anything else? Zigzag. Remember that, Trisha? Zigzag. I think it's time to open the Celsius. Hey, Brendan. Yeah, it does. I mean, seriously, it does both ways. But the core, the core is the main thing, and I don't know. It just seems like I've seen more storms to the north stay a little healthier than the ones to the south. I don't know. We'll see. Hebert Box. That's a good question. Let's look at that. I think I even have a Hebert Box. I have a link somewhere. Oh my god, I got to change the colors around a little bit. It's right here somewhere. I just saw it. Right there, Hebert Box. So, this is a little bit of Indian burial ground tropics theory. I do not get easily distracted. Who said that? I try to keep it all themed. With the what ifs and when ifs and Cindy, I think Orlando at noon should be fine. But Hebert Box is this. This is pretty cool, man. It's a theory that any storm that passes in this box. Oh, we can't do the draw tool on Wikipedia. But anyway, the theory is any storm that passes through this box affects Florida. This is more later season thinking, but this is because we get the influence of frontal turns. But this is some theory. Let's read about it. It's fascinating. This is useful predictors of hurricanes that will strike South Florida. I didn't want to say the word hurricane. Useful predictors of tropical systems. How about that? National Weather Service forecaster Paul Hebert, who was in the 70s, just figured out that most of the storms that hit South Florida pass through one of these two little 335 boxes. They're 335 by 335 miles. So, little theory, Some recent ones were Donna, Betsy, Charlie, Wilma, Irma. But, yeah, pretty neat. So we'll see, Again, intensity models are not too enthusiastic, so I'm not trying to scare anybody. Let's look at the latest We got Streamline. I forgot. We're going to do a post of Streamline later today. I was checking out their website. It's Mortgage Monday. We got 3 or 4 fans that have now went through Streamline, and they have some amazing testimonials. So a couple, we're going to feature some Donkey Mike's Weather Page fans, and they're going to tell you how awesome Streamline Mortgage Solutions were out of Florida here. And even our own Phil did it. But they're big fans of the Mike's Weather Page. They're big supporters of the Tom and Dan show, which I am on a lot. So look for that later today. If you are moving to Florida or refinancing, make sure you support the companies that support us for sure. So we'll probably post that later. I have to be out in the garage at 11 o'clock. That's when the generator guy's coming for the generator block. So I'm hoping we lose power tomorrow. Right, Greg? We got to lose some power tomorrow so we can test the old generator block. All right, so what was I even going to click on? I did get distracted right there. We were going, let's see, let me close these windows down and go back here and look at the HWRF. See, I am still mentally fit to do this gig. Even after 3 big old Jack and Cokes last night, I was up at 5:30 doing our thing. All right, so here is Invest 94. HWRF is a great model for predicting strength. So we'll stop it right here. This is early morning Tuesday. This is like daylight hours, but here it is. Possible Fred, got a little tight circulation. Northern Islands, Virgin Islands, we'll be feeling it as early as late tonight, early tomorrow, crossing the islands in the morning, heading towards Puerto Rico. And, it's going to have that little window to develop. We could, just saying 48 knots, so that's borderline upper tropical storm. And the timing for Puerto Rico would be later Tuesday, tomorrow. And the model runs have been a little bit bouncing around, but the main theme. We have double 0Z. All right, so the overnight 00Z was here, about the same, a little stronger, 51 knots. So the 00Z had a little stronger system nearing Puerto Rico and the islands before a potential landfall. So that's upper tropical storm. And then yesterday's 12Z, I think, was the strongest so far, and it showed about the same. See. So yesterday's 12Z kept it a tick south of Puerto Rico, allowing more intensification, and it actually had it as a hurricane nearing Hispaniola Wednesday morning right here. So there's 3 different model runs of the HWRF, anywhere from 50 knots to even higher, 80 knots. But the common theme has been disruption over land. Here's the latest now. So again, potentially impacting Puerto Rico on Wednesday, early, late Tuesday, early Wednesday. And then it clips Hispaniola, which will keep it weak. You can see it trying to go to the north, but that'll disrupt it. And then let's see what it does. So it's back down to 36 knots. This is Thursday morning. And it'll have a little window here in that area, bouncing along Cuba. We'll keep it kind of, see, remember what Irma did? Too close to Cuba, we're still going to get ingested dry air. So important, a track here, a little more dry air, a track here, a little more chance to develop. So, man, little wiggles and wobbles are going to be really interesting to watch. All right, so here is what happens. So once it clears Cuba, then it doesn't go out that far. This is Saturday morning, so a lot of land interaction on that little run will definitely help keep it in check. But you got to look at the what ifs. And we have a lot of folks in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, so we're going to watch it in real time for them right now, for sure, because we got a lot of folks down there watching. So I expect the NHC to probably, depending on what they think with our system, they could issue that PTC by 11. Here's a good ASCAT wind analysis, and you can see a broad elongated low here from the last pass. See if we got another one here. The B, I don't think that clipped it probably good right there. No, that's too far. What am I thinking? That's not even close. There we go. There's the islands. Oh, you get some winds there. So the winds are kind of hefty. I wonder if they got the storm product page up. Yeah, this is a good page. I love this page. This is a great page. This one you can really do a lot with. And look at wind shear, live wind shear currently over your system. So we're looking at the eye. It's not an eye, it's an eye for invest. Not eye as in eye of the storm. So we look at wind shears, very, got a little upper cyclone over top, which is very supportive to help develop this thing and ventilate it. So it's got favorable conditions right now. Low wind shear, convergence, and divergence. I'm still learning a lot about that, so I'm not going to sound stupider than I normally am. The dry air map, this is a great map. This one, you can zoom out 8 km is wider out. Look at that anticyclone. They call that an anticyclone. This is fascinating. We have one over that. So there's your dry air map, and this is cool because it kind of shows you where 93 was. Can't click on this one either. 93 ingested a lot of this dry air from yesterday. You can go to 2 km, really zoom in. So if you like to click a lot of buttons, this is perfect. And we can look at ship data if there's any out there. I don't think there is any yet, but some buoy data as we get closer. There is some ship data, which is pressures mainly. And we can look at water temperatures, which is kind of neat. We can look at ocean heat content, which is kind of neat. This darker colors is where we're going to start entering the darker, more favorable conditions for warmer waters deep. But that is neat. Let's take a look at some satellite winds here. What are we looking at? So I don't think the 850 is well defined yet. It's trying. It is a little bit now. Not really though. So it doesn't really have a really good close low yet. So not particularly the best looking setup yet. Not tremendous. We can go to weather cyclone here, or cyclonic weather. It's a great satellite tool. We can look at red-green visible. Sometimes we can see the lower levels spin on this. So we're just starting to get daylight on that one. Weather Nerds has a good visible satellite though. We should be able to see it because it gets daylight over there earlier than here. Imagine that. Darn. I love it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I say a lot of words. Oh man, that's not even working. Weather Nerds, what's going on? Did I lose the internet? No. Uh-oh. Weather Nerds, where you at, buddy? Where you at, Matt? I got internet. It's just not loading. All right, so we can go to another visible site. I don't know if does Levi have a visible site on his. Let's see, current storms, 94L. I don't think we have visible. I like visible satellite. But you can definitely see that overall structure. Though we can go to goes east. We can always count on that one. Let's take a look at that. Let's zoom in here. A little better shot. Let's see. What are we going to do? Which band are we going to use? What's band? One time at band camp. I guess we'll just pull up this one. Still going to have some daylight on it, though. I hate these morning lives because of daylight. Oh, you can see really good, actually. We should have a floater by now. So if you go to GOES satellite, there should be a mesoscale floater on here. I don't see it yet. Why not? Where is it at? They always have one. They don't have it yet. They only have Kevin. Oh, okay. So we don't have a mesoscale yet. Soon. But we do have some spinach out there. I wonder why Weather Nerds isn't loading up. Oh, we're back. Okay, so now we can zoom in on it. Let's take a look at that. We'll leave it up right here. There we go. It's loading up nice. Look at that. Sexy. All right, we just don't have the last satellite frame. Propeller on my head. I hate this satellite when it glitches like this. It's like it's like you getting into a movie and the ending, it just stops. But we do have spinach. We can just do it by hand. I guess I can do it by hand. So here we go. I'll manually do it. So you can see the convection, a little bit of lightning, nice flow in from the bottom or lower levels. So it's, you know, it's starting to get the look. In the last satellite frame, bah! All right, so let's go back to the page, slow down a little bit, get a vibe. So we got the rainfall. Let's look at the rainfall totals just for fun. So one thing about early tropicals is this: the models are all, the rain all depends on the future track. And let's just do southeast. So any wiggles in the track means so much. So the point of showing the GFS and the Euro this morning was how a little wiggle to the east on the GFS brings all that rain towards the East Coast, and a little wiggle to the west brings more rain to the East Coast. So here's the latest Euro. Now look, the heavy stuff starts Saturday morning for the south. You can just kind of follow it. And, you know, we got that approaching front up here, and there's our turn. This is rainfall through Tuesday morning. There's pockets of 8 inches. So a couple key notes is this: since we have an approaching front, the chance of this thing stopping are zilch. It's going to pull up and get absorbed by that front. So we're at this time, we're not seeing a stalling system that can dump, you know, copious amounts of rain. See, it's not dopious, it's copious. So there's, you know, that's the latest Euro. Now we go to the latest GFS, and I think it's going to be even a little tick to the east of this. Nope, back. Nope, yep. So it's more east. So we'll follow the GFS track. So a little slower, like I said. So the big stuff doesn't really hit South Florida until this is Saturday afternoonish. But you can see the path. Heavy rains along the Florida East Coast. This is Sunday. But, you know, a path like this, you know, if the center does do that, then, as always, the west side will be the drier side. The east side always is the wet side. You know, a path like here, then everybody gets something. So it's important to show that the GFS and Euro are still sticking with this motion. Now we go back to yesterday's 00Z. We had a little bit more trek on the Florida West Coast. So the whole peninsula is watching who gets the heavy stuff. There's a really far east track. Those are some really hefty totals out in the water. This is through Wednesday morning. And the, you know, latest spaghetti model. See, that's tricky too, because look at, like, if you look at the short range spaghetti models, let's say you looked at 5-day spaghetti models. Let's say somebody shared 5-day spaghetti models, or not 5-day, because 5 days we're talking. Let's just say they showed this. You know, boom, it looks like everything's going northwest, but look, they're all starting to do this turn, and that's in reaction to that front. But we do have a couple, you know, like we said, the Canadian is a little bit more west. Typically we'll get windshield wiper little effects here. We'll get we'll get a little bit of wiggles west, and then they trend back. But this is the bigger question mark is in the short term, and that's how much land interaction we get down here. That's going to change everything. So do you worry? I don't know if I'd worry about it. It's a big rain event no matter what for someone. That is 94. What's up, Jennifer? Yep. Nope, Nitro. Florida's closed. Can't move to Florida. But you can refinance. Oh, yeah, I did. You did tell me. You called me Ricky Bobby. So this is 94. 93 looks like it's fizzling. 93's got a lot of dry air around it and had a lot of wind shear yesterday. But 94 definitely sucked all the moisture towards it. They were too close together. That was a really odd setup to see two storms that close together. And obviously 1-1. You can. That's a sentence. 1-1. Giselle can't find me on Facebook. How is that possible? If you type in Mike's. The other wave. Let's talk about the other wave. Today is Monday. So we got a long week ahead. So we'll see at 11 o'clock if we get Twitter usually. So we'll get NHC. Let me go to NHC. They usually tease everybody if they're going to put out advisories at 11. But they did not. Let's go to their Twitter page. 2 hours ago. So it doesn't look like we'll have a PTC at 11. PTC means potential tropical cyclone. Hey, Bobby, what's up? Look. Dvorkian floater now. Send me a link. Are we looking at I was trying to think of a good. Who's got a good one? I can't even think who's got a good good link. Send me the link. I'll post it up. You can put the link right in the chat. Tropical tidbits. I didn't know he had oh, maybe there we go. Long range. Okay. Good. I learned something new. The one I use is oh yeah, look at that. Bubbling. I gotta get my. There's a couple more links I gotta add. I actually have the numbers. In fact, can I find that right now? Let me see. Hold on 2 seconds. Let's find. See if they got the numbers up yet. Let's see. And I will share them. Let's see. Not on that page. Oh, there we go. Let's see this one. All right, so let's see if we got real data here. 94. Click, click, boom, boom. Oh, nothing yet. Why not? Why is this not working? Well, let's see, 94. Let's see if we got it. I don't know. There's a direct link that I got to the numbers, Bobby, but they're not live yet. I don't know why. I have to look for them. Maybe they changed the links. But yeah, it's definitely bubbling, bubble, right? Bubble. We're getting a good core, and it's got the look. She's got the look. Starting to get that bubble look. Coaster, that's a great question. I don't know. Why would the tropical storm have an eye and the hurricane logo not? That is kind of weird. You would think it'd be the other way around. All right, so there you go, girl. Hey, we got a new Facebook group, by the way. Don't forget to reach out. Cheers. All right, so we got this. This is the Celsius at break time. All right, so we covered a lot with this little system. Oh, I don't know what flavor is this. This is called Sparkling Wild Berry. My new favorite drink in the world. This one's got, let's see, they always tell you caffeine now. They used to never do this. But I think Mountain Dew's got like 81 grams of caffeine. This one's got 200 milligrams of caffeine. Yeah, hey, Mirtha, I've not heard about the Hurricane Hunters yet, so I'll keep a tab on that. They usually fly out of now, I would think, for sure. Maybe we'll get a PTC at 5, and they'll be ready to take a flight out by then. But yeah, we're definitely getting some convection bursts, man. It's healthy, and the one graphic that really shows it best is the water vapor loop, and even just the wide range look at the water vapor loop. There's a lot of moisture. Does not look like dry air is going to affect this at all. That's right here. This is what we're looking at. Right here. So a lot of moisture in the air as this thing treks along. And it's all right along that big high pressure system. We got a front coming down middle week. Look at this, it's so cool. I always like looking at surface charts, but look. All right, so Saturday, there's our, whoops, I'm gonna put this over here somewhere. I didn't hide it. Saturday, we got our front. Saturday, inching down. Here's Friday. So our front's coming in, and that usually pushes the high pressure a little bit, weakens it, and it enables a turn. And you can see that on these surface charts. And this is the expected positioning of the low. Florida West Coast now. It's just got updated, it looks like. But it's all in reaction to this front. So the front will create a little weakness and allow this thing to start pulling northward. That's why it's not shooting, due west or anything. Because that front, there's been times that the high pressure system was so strong. You get the high pressure system like that, then that's when we get these systems that track more west. But we don't have that because we have another rare late season front. But again, a little recap. 93 here is not doing much. Not likely. There is a wave. I guess we can look long range. Let's look at some long range stuff here on the Euro. Let's see if it's picking up on it. So down the road here, when our system is up here, we're going to be watching for a wave shooting across the Atlantic. And there it is. Not really organized though. You kind of pick it out right here. So if we got, looking down the road, future possibilities. Our next wave, if you just kind of see it here, this little guy right here, you can kind of follow it along. It's right here. This is where 94 will be Sunday on the Euro. But there's our next wave rolling in, and it's not really organizing it, but it keeps it west. So we talked about that 4 or 5 days ago. They were picking up on that. And now the latest GFS last night, 00Z. Here you go. This is middle next week, kind of picking up on that. So just something to think about. Weekend, it could be nearing the Lesser Antilles. Or just weekend. There you go, weekend. So, if you're living down in the islands, possibly the following weekend, we could have the next wave inching in on you. GFS and the Euro have been kind of both showing that possibility with our next wave. So there you go. The ensembles, like I showed earlier, definitely picking up on that with the Euro quite a bit, actually. We'll see the nice color chart here, what it looks like. Getting high color now. We haven't had that the whole time. Look at that. Even tropical storm coverage color now. We haven't seen those intense colors all season as far as development chances, but I always click tropical storm, but it gives you an idea like that. So here's our next wave chances. Following weekend. This is Sunday. And you can see it. And then there's another one back behind it. It's the season. We get tropical waves, but there is good tropical storms. So this is pretty good percentages actually for the Euro. It's kind of inching up. If we get any light blues come 2 o'clock, then I'll be interested. But here is so this is tropical storm percentages. This is Monday, but basically it's showing you the areas that we're watching. This is 94, moving on up here, and then the next wave. So strong signature, that other wave, shooting across. This would be next Monday, which is a week from now. And the Euro's definitely got a little bit more eastern turn. But yeah, hey, I don't know, everything makes sense. What else we got? Water's hot. Shelly's got the bone. Yeah, you got to watch that one. Anything else good, Sean? What's up? Nice to see you. Water smoking. Yep. Pretty much normal, but we got this ocean heat content fueling things up. All this extra hot water. I just drew a peanut. Our page is nuts. So we have an ocean heat content alert level nut. Nut. It's a nut alert. Nut alert. How about nothing? Nut alert. Nothing. Marina, I don't know about the hurricane hunters. I have not heard. So if they are, I haven't heard. For today. Jim, you're waiting on this Celsius to kick in? Crazy. Cruise talk. Yep. All right, listen. So we got less than a month. We got a block of rooms on our cruise. We only have 200 cabins reserved for our Drunk Donkey world. So if you're thinking about going, don't delay, because once we lose our block, they open up to general public, and you can still get a room, but you won't get the special rate with us. So check it out, MWPcruise.com. It's in March, proudly hosted here with ABC and Coastal Claims. Firm and generators, power equipment will be on board, giving away some goodies too. So it's our Drunk Donkey family going out on a cruise. Not a 3-day cruise, a 7-day cruise. What was the Gilligan song? 3-day cruise. But anyway, we've got a lot of fun planned. I can't wait to hang out with everybody and party and drink coffee in the morning. Well, no, probably Bloody Marys. Julie all of a sudden likes. We went on a cruise a couple years ago, and they had a Bloody Mary bar, and then Julie found out that she likes Bloody Marys. So I hate starting the day that early, but and we're definitely hooking up with some folks from the different islands that are big fans. We can't wait to do that too. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Check it out. And Sean is our travel groupie. He's the one handling the bookings with his travel company, so he'll reach out to you and help you with any questions. Sandy Hoff is running a special page on Facebook. If you do book, make sure you request to get in on it, and all the ones that are going on the cruise are on this private group, so we can plan and have some fun. Julie's going. Phil's going. The kids are going. In worst case, if you don't go, which is fine, we'll be sharing a lot of photos and stuff. That's in March, so hopefully no hurricanes in March. I think weather's pretty quiet in March. It's kind of the beginning of tornado season, and so yeah, we weather-wise should be quiet. So here's the latest 12Z models real quick on Tropical Tidbits, showing that little bit of turn here at the end. I got another site here that we have some models on. Let's take a look at these real quick. Remember, Invest 93 is not looking very healthy. Here's some more models. A couple of them not reacting to the front, but the main theme is this: a lot of land after Puerto Rico. So that's the big question: what it does over all this land, and then what it does here. Is there anything left? Does it intensify before it turns out here? So those are the big things we're watching. Tropical juice, regardless, this weekend. If it does slow down a tick, according to the GFS, Saturday might not be a washout for everybody. If it sticks on a more eastern track, then the West Coast might not see much rain at all. But the trend of the models has been a little bit more on the western side of Florida. And I love the afternoon models. They'll be coming out soon, 12Z, and we will get a great idea if we see any trends developing or not. But watching in real time, like Bobby, we always say, watch these things in real time, and it's bubbling away. Bubble. And we can look at lightning here on the Weather Nerd site, actually. We'll zoom in. Lightning is an indicator of a strengthening center. So let's, nothing yet. We had a brief spell earlier today, and nothing in the last few frames. So they do that. They cycle. But looking kind of blobby. Bobby. 3-hour tour. Mrs. Howe was prepared. How did they have, like, we were so stupid growing up as kids, man. I you know, it's like they couldn't get off the island, but every day there was a visitor, like the Harlem Globetrotters or whatever, and it's like, okay, we're still stranded. Hey, Florin Parrish, what's up? What do you think is going to happen, Florin? Hey, thank you, Sador Chuck Swat. Yeah, Gilligan's Island. Did anybody else watch Flipper? How about Gentle Ben? Flipper. God, we talk about these shows all the time. It's just crazy. It's like I could remember every episode now. I don't know about Lassie. I don't know if I ever really got into Lassie or not. Oh, Shelly, they're yelling for the next wave. I kind of showed it, I hope. So by this weekend, we could be looking at our next wave rolling off Africa. But there's not a lot of support yet, so I'm not going to get too much into that yet. But it is the season we got to start watching these waves, and there has been quite a bit of model support suggesting that we're going to see a wave. So if you want to scare everybody, I guess I could scare everybody. But this is 13 days from now. You know, our next wave, these are all our next wave signs. But this would be the 19th of August, which is 10 days from now. But we could see it. You know, I said, so next weekend, our next wave, this is the 15th, which the 15th is Sunday. So according to the Euro, this is Sunday where our track would be on our potential Invest 94, somewhere here. And then our next wave would be entering the islands next weekend. So weekend, this is, we fast forward there big time. So this is Sunday and Sunday. So there's our next wave, and it's been pretty consistent showing up, keeping that west track that we'll watch for. But I'm a little hesitant to share too much because it's been a little inconsistent amongst more than just the Euro. But I like to put it out there, just that we saw it a few days ago, and there's a few on the GFS side. Let's go to so here we go again. You can start to see it on the GFS. This is the weekend. There's the weekend. So these are the tracks leading up to the end point. So the end point is Sunday. But as we go in time, you can see the next wave on the GFS possibly showing up. And that only goes out 15 days. So, and we did get a random GFS run here and there pulling from here, but it's so random I don't even bring it up. There hasn't been one in the last few runs. So I guess the big surprise was, let's see, which is this? This is that 00Z? Yeah, 0. So I mean, they're So the next wave, I guess is not irresponsible to talk about what's next. Here's the overnight 00Z. This is the weekend. This is the weekend. Sunday. And then it could be the next one to watch. Shelly's so tired. Hey, did you take a nap, Shelly? Go buy some Celsius. Yep. So we got a snore baby in the background, Renee. That would be Hunter. Amanda, you nailed it. Hey, David, wind shear with what? The system now? System now has definitely got a window of favorable conditions ahead, especially with this MJO pop in. We still got that to talk about. The favorable conditions will last until the 22nd of August, it appears. So next week's wave coming across Africa, definitely still favorable conditions with the MJO. Wind shear is decent, not too bad, not the best. Tendency or map here, but what's crazy though is we got this anti-cyclone over top of it. Look at this sucker. So I did a little research on this a lot, but there's your upper level winds creating a pretty outflow. So Bobby, are you there, Bobby? With the MJO promoting rising air, with this anticyclone over top of our system, means the upper level winds are favorable for some convective bursts, and we're seeing that, and that usually means lowering pressures. So that is favorable. And if you type up tropics anticyclone, let's read it together and let's see what it says. There's some better sites than Wikipedia, isn't there? Actually, weather.gov has one. Ooh, look at this. This might be... Let's see what it says about for the tropics, though. Let's see. Fronts and cyclones. Well, these are more general weather. Let's see. I want to do one that's... these storms can create powerful supercell storms. That's usually tornadoes, but I had a link one time that shared it with. Let's see. Anticyclone and how they affect hurricanes. How about that? And how they affect the tropics. Well, let's see. I'll have to find the article on it. Now then you got to go to the paid site, so don't even let you read anymore because you got to subscribe for $1. Oh, let's see. Well, there is a good link. Sandy says the 94L will be at the South Florida door by Friday. A little early to call that. I'm thinking more like, well, it's Friday night. Did he say Friday night? Friday night. More like Friday night. T-minus 20 minutes for generator block. I got to go. I got to clean out my garage. All right, so hey, recap. Things are heating up a little bit. We only got one system to worry about. Invest 94. Sounds like we're going to get tropical storm watches and warnings for the northern and Western Antilles, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico. Possibly, that's what the NHC is saying too. So this thing does appear like it's strengthening. So there's that. We got to worry, I guess, for Hispaniola. You know, a lot of mountains there, mudslides, torrential rains. This thing hits that area, then that's going to be a big concern for them, and that'll be like starting Tuesday into Wednesday. Future track, takes it just north of Cuba. Most of the models are keeping this, so the question is going to be how much over water. Nearing the Bahamas Friday, later Friday night into Florida, and Saturday lower Florida, and it's been trending on the west side of Florida, which means a lot of the rains are going to make their way through the whole peninsula. Whether, last minute strengthening, passing Cuba into Florida, we'll see. But right now there's no modeling that are really suggesting anything too strong past, not saying before Puerto Rico we can't get a hurricane, because we did see that with the HWRF. The second area of intensification here will be the question, if it can come back or not. So right now, modeling, we're not seeing any models going crazy as far as intensification on leg number 2. But if it stays north of the land, it can be tricky. And there are a few European ensembles that are showing it staying north of the islands a little bit more. Here's the European ensembles, the 06Z. But look, so, if it stays here, then it definitely has more of a chance for strengthening as it nears Florida. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Nobody knows the answer to that. So there you go. All right, cool. Well, thanks for tuning in. As Shelly says, Shelly's going to take a big nap now, and we're slowly transitioning to a new Facebook group for supporters, and be patient with that. You're not going to miss anything. No worries. We're here for the long run, and we'll be updating all day. So the models that come out around 12, I'll do a big post around 1 o'clock with all the latest models, and we'll see if there's any trend changes. And pay attention to the NHC. 11 o'clock, we'll see if they surprise everybody with the PTC. It doesn't look like it. We would have probably got a warning by now, so maybe they'll do a PTC at 5 o'clock because they haven't really posted anything yet. So just stay alert down there in the south and east. There's Bobby Storm just posted her Dvorak numbers. So there, cool. All right, be good. Hey, we might do. We might have a live later today, maybe 8 o'clock. Maybe go back to the old days. We'll do one tonight, probably. You got that? Will Shelly be awake? All right. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, so much. Appreciate being fans, and thanks to all supporters, all sponsors, enabling what we do, and have a great team here that makes weather fun, hopefully. And educate a little bit along the way too. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, probably tonight. We'll announce if we're tonight. So